Hey y'all, my name is Khadija and this is like my first YouTube video, and in this video I will be talking about things about us human beings that are like quite noticeable, and we think it's not noticeable because we think like we got it all covered, but like we're all human beings and we experience the same thing but like in different frequencies. But like you got to be at a certain frequency to realize that every other person is experiencing the same thing. But y'all, I'm not gonna even lie, like maybe it's the way I set the camera, y'all. Like I literally think that my eyes are crossed, y'all. Yo. Oh my goodness, y'all. In today's video, I will be talking about like the term projection. Okay? And like in this life that we live in currently, a lot of people project their insecurities. A lot of people project everything about themselves. And like all you have to do is literally listen. And you cannot listen if you're just in your head. You cannot be in your head and think you're understanding anything that anybody is saying to you, because you're literally there, but you're not there. You know what I'm trying to say? So like projection, y'all, is like one of the most like embarrassing parts of us human beings. And like in order for you to even know that somebody is projecting, I feel like you would have had to do a lot of like work within yourself, and like a lot of just like a lot of everything within yourself, because like you have to heal those parts in you for you to be able to notice those parts in another person. Okay? Oh, that was bad. But anyways, you just have to heal yourself and like experience those things in your life, and then after that you would be able to like recognize those patterns or those things in other human beings, because like we are all the same, but like we just operate in different frequencies or just not at the same time. So like when people project, bro, it could be as simple as asking them to get you water, bro. Their response could tell you everything. The first time you meet somebody, the first advice that they advise you, girl, they talking to themselves. And it's like if you are a person who hasn't fully healed, or who isn't aware of these things, that's how they get in your head and you don't even notice. And all of a sudden like you're going through it and you don't even know how you got there. These are the literally, these are the facts, like for real. Like once you notice people are projecting, you're just like, okay, well, that's how they feel about themselves. Like 9 times out of 10, every single human being, they're literally talking to themselves. They're literally talking to a wall. They just need that figure form where they could just talk to. You know what I'm trying to say? So like once you notice these things about people, bruh, you just like, you don't even get bothered for real. Like you just look at them like, oh, okay. Like damn, cool. Because you know within yourself, you know who you are, you know what you stand for, so nobody is gonna shake you, and that is just not gonna phase you. You get what I'm trying to say? Like for real. So yeah, like once I knew what projection actually truly meant, that's when I knew that like a lot of parts in me is healing, because like at the end of the day I'm still growing. There's still room for more growth. I'm not gonna be cocky and be like, oh, I've healed every aspect of me. No. And sometimes I have to be in certain situations to actually know that I haven't healed in that aspect. Sometimes you could think you are over something, but you're really not over it. You could be in a position where you're like, I'm over. For example, you could be like, oh, I'm over my ex. Like you've healed from whatever it is that has happened. But at the same time, too, you would have to be in a position where you're just like, oh, wow, yeah, like, yeah, I thought I healed from that, but like I didn't heal from that. Like that's why a human being in general has to experience life, because like the more you experience, the more you learn, the more you gain, and the more like you prosper, the more you blossom. You get what I'm trying to say? So like y'all, just overall being in a position where like you're willing to accept what is right and wrong is like one of the best things you could ever do for yourself, because it's just like, in order for you to see that you're wrong in a situation, is like you sitting down thinking about the situation, realizing where you are wrong in the situation, and overall just like doing good by that. You know what I'm trying to say? Doing good as in like helping yourself heal, helping yourself grow, helping yourself prosper and blossom, you know? So like, yeah, I'm telling y'all, like, people be projecting and it shows. It shows. At the end of the day, bruh, you are a good person to somebody and you are a bad person to somebody, and you are you to yourself. And at the end of the day, bruh, the fact is there. The fact is, you don't care about what other people think. You only care about yourself. You love yourself, and that's all that matters. Other people's projections aren't your problems. Other people's insecurities aren't your battles. You already got to deal with yourself, and that alone is a lot. You got to focus on yourself. You got to do it for you and everybody around you. Okay? Always, always, always care about yourself. Always put yourself first. Nobody is going to respect you if you don't respect yourself. You always gotta respect yourself. If you don't respect yourself, it shows. You can't hide it. Your actions show. Projection is real. Okay? So, whenever you think about hiding your emotions, also think about dealing with them and getting rid of them and actually gaining from it than actually not gaining from it. Okay? And I just wanted to say that, like, we should try to live in the moment as much as we can. Always, always, always try your best to live in the moment, because it's just like, living in the moment is all we have, you know? Every little thing, like that, what I just said is literally a memory now. Like, I would have to rewatch this video to know what I said. Or I know what I said, but like, I would have to rewatch this video to relive that moment while living in the moment. You see what I'm saying? Like, you always gotta live in the moment. A lot of people be lost. You are here, but you're lost. Where are you? Come back. Come back. Come. Where are you? Can I come in? That's how anxiety works, y'all. You gotta always be present. A way to kill anxiety, or a way to control anxiety, is by just living in the moment. Because when you live in the moment, you got so much to focus on. You got so much to realize. You got so much to see. You got so much to learn from. You're literally a living being, experiencing living things. Who wouldn't be interested in that? The moment you realize that, like, everything around you is just like there, that could be your inner self telling you that it feels stuck. Yeah. Human beings, like, we're like a very broad topic, and I really am in the experience of like experiencing myself and understanding myself, and actually being able to understand patterns and actually working on those things, because at the end of the day, like, I should really care about myself, and I should really know when things happen, how to recognize patterns and stuff like that. Yeah. I cannot emphasize us human beings controlling our emotions. Like, when I tell you, bruh, an emotional person is not gonna agree with this. You are literally missing out on so much because you cannot control your emotions. Like, That is like the most realest thing anybody could tell you. And they could mean it in the most positive way. But like, you have so much emotional damage within yourself that like you fail to realize that like people are telling you the truth and that's all you need to hear. Yeah, I'm just like being for real. Like, I'm not trying to come at you, but like, you really just gotta master your emotions and master your mind. You gotta be able to work those things. Those things cannot work you. The moment you let those things work you, bruh, they're gonna work you out. They're gonna drain you. Chemical imbalance. Okay? All of that is gonna happen. And you just won't know how to put those brackets back where the fuck they belong. So, I feel like a lot of people need to control their emotions or not. A lot of people need to be aware of like how important your emotions are and how important it is for you to just, control your emotions. You need to know how to control your emotions. You need to be in situations where you're like, yeah, I could definitely react right now, but you just don't react because you know how to control your emotions. There is a time and a place for everything. There is a time and a place for your emotions. Okay? Oh, but emotions. Control it. Control your emotions. Why are you letting your emotions control you? I just figured out that my eyes are crossed, but I still got eyes and I can still see. And I'm going to think positively because I have all of these things to be grateful for. That's how we going to start doing this, okay? We got to start thinking positively. We got to stop being emotionally negative, abusive to our brains. Like, y'all, we be going through so much already. And it sucks that we are the ones allowing those things to actually happen to us because, like, we have a choice. We have a choice. It could either affect us or it could not affect us. Whatever we do, however we do it, that's our choice. You know? However you go about it, that's just what's going, that's like, like what? You let somebody disrespect you once, twice, 3 times, girl, they gonna do it again. You're gonna have to step on your feet. You're gonna have to stand on your feet and be like, yeah, this is not happening no more. That's when you know you're actually being mindful and you're not being emotional. You're not reacting. You're not doing too much. You're just standing up for yourself and you're just like, yeah, you're never doing this to me ever again. And I don't mean it. We can either be friends or not, but I don't care. You still gonna feel good at the end of the day because it's just like you just did something for yourself, girl. Best feeling, best tip, control your emotions. Ooh. People confuse respect with love or confuse love with respect. Okay? Because like, you confuse love with respect and it shows, like, for real. Like, people that truly respect you are people who actually care about you and people who would actually like just respect you because they respect themselves. Like, it could be as simple as that. And like on a personal level, it could be like, okay, this person respects themselves, so I'm going to respect them. You get what I'm trying to say? So a lot of people who don't respect themselves tend to mistake respect for love from the people who actually respect themselves, and they're giving it out to other people. And like, you tend to notice things like this when you actually care about yourself and you actually respect yourself. Because it's just like, I've actually heard stories about people saying like they met the cutest guy or they met the cutest girl and they try to throw themselves at them. And this is like a specific thing coming from females that like see men that are truly respectful and they're just overall gentlemen. And then like we females interpret that as like, oh, this person is flirting with me. And it's just like, you push yourself onto them and then like you end up having this embarrassing moment because you are like misusing the words, like you are like understanding one meaning for two words, and that's just not how it works, you know. And it's just like, you could be a female that like is super respectful, like super gentle, and every conversation you have with a guy, they just see it as like, oh, she's flirting with me, she's doing this with me. But it's just like respect, you know. A person could be fully dressed super nice, and then they could pass by you and then you could see them and like, oh, they look good. Like, you compliment them in a respectful way, but that doesn't mean like you are attracted to them, or like you want to like think negative, or you want to just think dirty. You get what I'm trying to say? So I think a lot of people definitely confuse love with respect, and it shows. And not to say it's a bad thing, but it's just like, once you see yourself in those embarrassing moments, that's when you should really like do like a deep dive in within yourself and like question why you react to certain things, and like question why you react to certain things positively and why you react to certain things negatively, you know. Both things can tell you a lot about yourselves. Oh, both are okay, both both of those things can tell you a lot about yourself. And you know, you just got to accept it. You just got to accept that, okay, this is the person who you are in a positive way. This is the person who you are in a negative way. Doing the pros and the cons, trying to figure out what it is that you like, what it is that you respect, and what it is that you don't like, and what it is that you don't respect. And once you have those things, people automatically tend to love the things that they respect, but they don't respect the things that they don't love. So like, you just gotta be that person, your true authentic self, because when you are yourself, that's when you attract the things that are truly meant for you, because you're literally being yourself. So yeah, this topic is broad. I have so many scenarios, so many things to say about this, coming from within, and so many things that I have seen, so many stories that I have heard, common things that we have all experienced. And like, overall, like, I would just like to discuss them. And at the end of the day, like, I just wanted to say that, like, if you ever found yourself in that position, just know that it is okay, and that's like an alert for yourself. And overall, that's just something. Whatever you do, the choice that you make, that's what you're gonna learn from. So, and I know a lot of you might be like, dang, she's actually selfish. No, I'm not selfish. I'm just that type of person that has experienced so much, and I can actually differentiate between actually being nice and sweet. There is a difference, honey. You can be nice, but you cannot be sweet. If you are sweet, people are gonna take advantage of you. And I know I talk about healing all the time. I feel like I'm healing. I'm trying my best to heal. But at the same time, I've set my boundaries. My boundaries have been set. Nobody's going to cross my boundary. And if anybody ever crosses my boundary, then I know I got to work in the aspect of which they crossed my boundary in. And I got to think about why or how I let that happen. It's inner work. I'm not worrying about the other person. If the other person involved the situation, I would address the situation accordingly. But I gotta put me first. Like, Bruh. The moment you feel like you always gotta prove a point is the moment you should just like sit down and think about, why do I always gotta prove my point? Why can I not just be real to myself and keep it like that? Because that's what I know. Why are you projecting? Why are you not healing? Why are you not trying to heal? My neck just cracked really good, y'all. That felt so good. Yeah. Thought it was gonna work, but I might have to use my hand. But y'all, I really feel like life is full of surprises, and like, if you're truly living, you would be able to work around those things and not, you know, wait till the last minute. Or we don't even know when the last minute is, but I guess not regret it. Human beings regret things with emotions, and when like it just bites them in the back, whether it being positive or negative. But like, the ones that don't care don't really experience regret. Like, you really gotta aim for growth, aim for change to be able to experience regret, or have a conscience to be able to experience regrets. So salutes to you, y'all. It could be the littlest thing, but you doing something. Okay, you working on yourself. That's a lot. Okay? Do what you gotta do. Take the time to do what you gotta do, bro. And you gonna succeed from it. Yeah. You could think, or you could just trust somebody, but your gut is always telling you, don't trust this person. And then one day, like, they prove to you why you should have never trusted them. But then you still don't listen to your gut. You listen to your emotions and you trust them again. And then they break your trust. Then you don't heal. Now you're projecting your insecurities onto the world and you don't even realize it. That is like so sad. That is so hurtful. That is like reality. That is literally reality in most cases. And I really, 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 really think that us human beings should just have a moment where we just reflect on our actions, reflect on the things that we're doing, and just overall try our best to trust ourselves, love ourselves, trust our opinions, trust our guts. Voice your opinion. Say how you feel, even if you look stupid. At least you said it. You know, have that relationship within yourself wherein you're like, yeah, I lived and I learned. You're not going to learn from fear. Fear is going to keep you from the possibilities. The possibilities are going to keep you from the fear, because you're going to feel that energy. You're going to feel that, and you're going to want to use it to gain so much in life. Okay. Y'all. You always gotta trust your gut feeling, bruh. You are gonna meet people in this world. Those people have demon mindsets. Those are the type of people that will make you not trust your gut. And at the end of the day, it's a choice that you're making to not trust your gut. And now look, you was right all along, but you was being ignorant. Now you want to be mad, but it's just like, you got to be mature to realize that you made that choice to trust them and not trust your gut. And therefore, you cannot project your insecurities or your feelings onto that person, because at the end of the day, you had the last say. You knew what was good. You knew what was good for you. You trusted that person. And it all comes back to your judgments. It all comes back to you. All of these red facts, all of these red flags are right there, but we just don't be here in the physical. Like, we just don't be here to notice those things. We don't be caring enough to pick up on those things, because instead of caring about ourselves, we're literally caring about other things that we shouldn't be focusing on. That those things aren't our main priority. Even though we should care about those things and stuff like that, but like we should know, you know, the levels, the boundaries, all of that. Okay? Bro, people can say so much, bruh, but at the end of the day, it's really their actions that determine the type of person they are. A man could tell you they love you, but like, you know they don't love you. It could be a gut feeling, but it could be how they're behaving. It could be how they're treating you. Like, bro, we gotta put ourselves first, bruh. Like, I'm not saying when you put yourself first 100%, all of these things are gonna be solvable for you, but like, it is. You're gonna notice all these things and you're gonna stand up for yourself. You're gonna decide if you wanna go through with this or not. And whatever you decide, you're gonna be firm with it. You're gonna know that, okay, this is what I decided on doing. Even though it didn't come out exactly as I wanted it to come out, I still experienced it. And that was a choice I made. And I've learned from it in a good way. And I won't do it again. We're all humans. We're not perfect. We're gonna do the things that we shouldn't do. And we know we shouldn't do it because we're humans. But just trying your best to evolve is like one of the best things you could do for yourselves, because like a lot of people talk about fear, but I feel like the number one thing we should fear in life is being stuck in the same position and not realizing, because you could be stuck in a position but you could realize that like, okay, I've been in this position and this is what I want to do now, versus the person who just doesn't pick up. They don't realize they're like lost, you know? Like, hopefully you find yourself, but you know, I'm not saying you, but I'm saying like, you know, yeah. Always believe in the power of the tongue. Anything could happen and you don't even know. So, miracles, miracles, miracles. I have a lot to say, but I don't just want to just say it in all one video. I have a lot more to say, and thank you guys so much for watching this video and, you know, overall spending this time that you have to spend here with me. Thank you so much. I will be making more videos, and bye y'all.